Missing the moon? If found, call Moby? Don't worry, Moby. The moon isn't missing. What is the moon? The moon is the Earth's closest neighbor in space. It's a huge piece of rock that goes around our planet. The moon is big, but much smaller than Earth. Nope, the moon isn't made of cheese. It's dry and rocky. The moon has mountains and valleys, just like Earth. It also has craters, or holes made by rocks that crashed into the moon long ago. How does the moon move? It takes 24 hours for the Earth to spin all the way around. The moon orbits, or goes around the Earth. It takes about 28 days for the moon to orbit the Earth. While the moon orbits the Earth orbits the sun. Every day we see the sun rise in the east and set in the west. We can see the moon do the same thing. It rises in the east and sets in the west. We see the sun and the moon move across the sky because of the Earth's rotation. What are the phases of the moon? The moon doesn't make its own light or heat like the sun. We can see the moon because the sun's light shines on it. Well, let's pretend my flashlight is the sun and you're the moon. The light only shines on part of you. The other side is too dark to see. One side of the moon is always lit by the sun. As the moon rotates and orbits the Earth, different parts of the moon are lit by the sun. The moon looks like it's changing shape, but really it's just going through phases. The first phase of the moon is called the new moon. The sun lights the side of the moon that faces away from Earth. The side of the moon that faces us is dark, so we can't see it. The next phase is a crescent moon. And then we see more of the moon. About 14 days after the new moon, we see a full moon. During a full moon, the sun lights the side of the moon that faces us. Then after that, we can see less and less of the moon. After about 28 days, the cycle starts over. When the shape of the moon seems to grow bigger, we say that it's waxing. When the shape of the moon seems to grow smaller, we say that it's waning. How do we know so much about the moon? People have been studying the moon for thousands of years. Ancient people built temples and looked at the moon's changing phases. Later, scientists like Galileo built telescopes. Telescopes are tools that can help people observe objects that are far away. In 1969, astronaut Neil Armstrong became the first human to set foot on the moon. Right, Moby. There are tons of stories and poems about the moon. Different Native American communities have folk tales about how the moon came to be. Many cultures have passed down stories about the man in the moon, but other cultures have stories about a rabbit in the moon, or a woman in the moon. Anyway, Moby, the moon definitely isn't missing, so you don't have to worry. Nice moonwalk.